I do have something that I want to speak on, and I didn't want to speak on it because I don't want no problems. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So as you can see by the title, today's video is going to be a Q&A, but more of a chit chat slash update, you know what I mean, on basically what's been going on, what I've been up to, and where my channel is headed this year. I wanted this to be my first video, but I was kind of all over the place, not gonna lie. January, my New Year's basically doesn't start until February 1st at this point, because I don't know, y'all. Every time January comes, before January gets here, let's say, I'm super motivated, I'm super pumped, I'm ready to go. And then for whatever reason, once I get over that hump to the new year, all that motivation and all that just excitement and just ready to be on my ish just kind of goes out the window. So that's kind of what I've been on. As you can clearly see, I have not posted a video consistently. I think I've only posted one video this year. So yeah, I definitely need to get on it, and I am, but this video is just to update you guys on everything. It's not really a whole lot, but I do want to take my channel in a little bit of a different direction this year because I feel like I'm kind of stagnant, and this has happened to me before, and I don't know, I want to switch it up, some different type of content. I don't want to say what it is because anytime I feel like I speak on something, it doesn't happen, or something happens to get in the way of it. So this year I'm for real moving in silence, but I will say that the content that I'm going to be posting is going to be a lot different than the content that I've been posting. It's still going to be fashion related, of course, because that's my love, that's my passion, never going to change, but I do want to elaborate, if that makes sense. So I don't want to make this video super long. I am going to be answering some questions and just talking and chit-chatting a little bit. I do have a little glass of wine here. This is some Pinot Noir, I think, and it has a little bit of extra in it. I'm not gonna say what that is because we're on YouTube, but it is infused with something, and you know, just drink it when I'm chilling, when I'm trying to catch a vibe, and this video is perfect for it. So if you want to get you a glass of wine, other stuff, if you want to get whatever you're gonna get, sis, just go get something to drink, something to eat, whatever, because I just want to, you know, set the vibe, super chill. If you guys hear anything in the background, I feel like that vent is really loud to me, so I'm pretty sure you guys can hear it. So if you hear any like faint hussing or buzzing or whatever, it's a vent, and I have no control over it because I'm not home. I don't know what that is, but yeah, I'm sorry. Okay, so one of the questions I got says, how do you get through feeling stuck? Okay, so the reason why I chose this question first is because I do not have the answer to this. It is very hard to get out of a rut. I feel like I've been in a lot of those for the last like 6 months at this point. I feel like I've had a lot of moments where I'm just in this weird place, and eventually I just come out of it, but I don't do anything specifically to get out of it, if that makes sense. So I don't know. I really don't know, but I would say do things that you enjoy doing. Spend more time with family and friends. Spend more time outdoors, working out, just doing anything that's going to release happiness, you know, that's going to allow you to be able to be your best self. Do those things until you feel better, I guess. I can't really say because I don't know what to do because I just kind of let it ride, you know. But I would say do things that make you happy. Next up says, how do you deal with the pressure of always being on trend as an influencer? So with that, I honestly am not too worried about like what everybody else is doing. And I think that is because I feel like, so for me, I have done trendy things, but I don't like search the internet and what's trending type of thing so I can hop on it. Like I don't do that because I mean, if it's not you, it's not you. And you're gonna feel it, and people are gonna feel that too, that it's just not you. The content doesn't fit, it doesn't make sense. So I just stick to what I know. I don't follow what everybody else is doing because that's just not, you know. Someone said, is being a fashion creator on all platforms the only job you do? Yes. As you guys may know, but a lot of people are new, I was in the Air Force for 6 years. I got out in 2018, December 2018, officially in January 2019. And I've been doing this ever since. I got out because I wanted to do this full time, and it was just, I made more money doing it, and I was happier doing it. I knew from my first year in the Air Force that I did not want to stay in. I knew it for a fact, and I was like, I'm getting out. So I did my time, my 6 years, and I got out, and then I've been doing this ever since. Someone said, when are you going to start styling people? Because I just love and adore your style. Thank you so much. Stay tuned. Okay, 2022, Bronny gonna be styling people. We're gonna put that out there. I'm gonna style people this year. So someone said, the hardest lesson you learned this year. I would have to say that I need to take better care of myself. Self-care has not been a part of my life for a minute, some years now at this point, I would say, because I don't know, I guess you could say I let myself go, but in a different sense, not just like physically, you know? So for me, that hasn't been, you know, my strong suit, self-care, and I have not been intaking the type of foods I should be intaking, working out, just anything, praying, anything that I feel like I need to be doing that I would do at one point in my life, and everything was going amazing and I was healthy and I was glowing and everything was just A1. I have not done that pretty much since like 2019 when the world just went to. So that is the hardest thing I've learned this year, because it has taken a toll on my health in some ways, and I definitely have to do better. And this year I am doing better for sure, because I do not want to deal with any more problems, any more issues. I just want to create as many preventative measures as I can to avoid anything, to avoid any of the things that I've gone through in the past from happening again. Someone said, are you on TikTok? I would say yes, I am on TikTok. I have a TikTok, I've posted TikToks. I don't post them as much as I should, y'all, but I definitely want to do that more this year. It's really fun. I don't know if I'll be doing like all the dances and stuff, because that's just not me, but I do want to do more fashion content on there for sure, because I think it's really fun and just a quick way of like showing you some fashion tips or fashion content, outfit of the day, get dressed with me, stuff like that. So if you guys want to see content on TikTok and what content you want to see, then definitely let me know down below. Someone says, what are some ways that you cope with your emotions when you feel down or not at your best? I would have to say for me, and it's probably not the healthiest thing, is to isolate myself. It is something that I've been doing since I was a kid. Every time I'm just not feeling anyone or the world, or I just want to be alone, I completely isolate myself. I don't text people back. I don't call people back. I don't even call people or text people in general. I just kind of like seclude myself, and I'm in my own little planet. And that works for me, because I don't stay there, you know? I don't stay there and just soak in it. I'm in there, you know, and then I come out better, you know? So I don't think I would recommend that, but that's literally just who I am. That's what I do. I can't explain it. The people that are closest to me understand. They know that I have my moments, but I'm not saying it's okay, right? Okay, so I have this question in a bunch of different variations, and I'm not gonna say that I hate this question, but I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Okay, so how to be an influencer? This question kind of irks my soul a little bit, just a little bit, because number one, whatever anyone else says about how to be an influencer is literally what it is. I don't know how many different ways people can say it or explain it or do a video on it or make you pay for a course on it or anything. Like, I literally just did it. Like, I wasn't coming into this saying I wanted to be an influencer. So nowadays I feel like when people get out of high school or people, you know, are trying to figure out what they want to do, nowadays I feel like people can just straight up say, I want to be an influencer. Back when I started YouTube, and I'm not saying like I'm an OG or anything like that, but I started YouTube back in 2015, and at that time I didn't even know what an influencer was. I just did this. Like, I just posted videos, really crappy ones at that, but I posted videos, and I was very consistent on posting on my Instagram and upping the quality of my photos. And by that I just mean better lighting, making sure it's not super grainy or whatever. But that was it. And I kept doing it. And as I kept doing it, my following kept growing. So it just happened. I didn't come into this like, I want to do this. It just happened. So I feel like a lot of influencers can relate when I say this, because some people don't literally come into this saying, I want to be an influencer. Nowadays, I feel like that's what people just straight up say, I want to be an influencer. I'll just say, post consistently, and that's it. That's literally all it is. Post a video and keep doing it. Someone is going to notice eventually, and then you're going to end up building your following, your tribe, or whatever you want to call it, and it'll go from there. Like, I can't really say how to do it, you know? I also wanted to add, of course, at a certain point, I did realize that what I was doing was influencing. Of course, I didn't not know that the entire time. But what I'm saying is, in the very beginning, probably from 2015 to 2017, maybe 2018, because I ended up deploying in 2017, so I wasn't able to actually do this. But I would say from 2015 to 2018, I did not know that I was influencing. I wasn't even getting paid at that point to post anything. I didn't start getting paid for real until the end of 2019, maybe mid 2019. So yeah, basically what I'm saying is I didn't know at one point what I was doing. I didn't know that it was a lucrative business. I didn't know that I could be making money off of it until 2019. So that just shows you how much knowledge I did not have about this field of work. I just thought I was posting cute pictures and showing people my outfit, but it's deeper than that. It's really not that difficult. Just post a video, post pictures consistently, and eventually you're going to grow your following. If you find your niche, you'll be good. Like, just try different things and see what fits, see what works for you, and you'll be good. It's not that difficult. I promise you guys, it's not. For me, I know it's different and easier said than done when people are already at a certain level and people are just now starting. Like, they don't even have a camera yet. They don't even have freaking, you know, I get it. But I'm telling you guys, I did not come into this saying that this is what I wanted to do. It just happened. So realistically, all I'm saying is, for me, I think it happened organically. I didn't force it. I didn't come into this trying to be this. I just did it and it happened that way. So I never know how to answer that question, but I guess I'll just say what everybody else says, because it's true. Post consistently. You don't have to have the best quality of anything. You don't have to have this fancy camera. All I would say is recommend getting a ring light for sure, because they don't really cost that much now. And use your phone to record your videos. You can edit your videos on your phone. You could take your pictures on your phone. You guys, I use my iPhone 12 for all my Instagram pictures, which you guys know. If you watch my how do I take my IG pictures, wherever it is, the cards, I'll have that up there. But it's really not that hard. And I don't want to sound harsh or like, you know, rude or coming off as like, you know, but I'm just saying, like, it's literally not that difficult, I promise you. Any advice for someone learning to style clothes? So I actually have, I'm not going to say it because I don't want to say it and then it doesn't happen, but just know that I will be putting y'all on real soon on how I do what I do, okay? So just stay tuned for that. I'm not going to say anything because I just want to keep it to myself, but just know, just stay tuned, okay? Are you fully recovered now? So, okay, I was going to give you guys like a little bit of an update, but since someone asked a question about it, I'll just answer it in this video. I feel as though that I am recovering, but I wouldn't say that I'm fully recovered. I personally don't feel like I'd be fully recovered until I am like internally recovered. And I'm pretty sure that I am. Like, the stitches and everything are, you know, gone. I'm good. I can do everything that I couldn't do when I first got the surgery, but I personally don't feel like I'm 100% recovered until I figure out why that happened in the first place and fix that. I treat the symptoms of whatever it is that I'm going through. And that's what I've learned over the years. Instead of like putting a name on it and saying this is what it is, I treat the symptoms so I can figure out what really is the issue, you know? So I'm not gonna get too much into it, but I'm feeling a lot better. I do still have, you know, some aches in that area where I got it removed. So it is kind of, you know, alarming sometimes when I feel something down there. I get kind of like scared and like, should I go see the doctor? Like, you know, but I will be going to see the doctor that performed the surgery in February, and she's going to make sure that nothing came back, there's nothing new or anything like that, and I'll let you guys know how that goes when that happens. But as far as I'm concerned, I am healed, but I personally want to be 100% sure when I go back in February to get my checkup. And also I want to figure out why it happened, and I'm going to talk more with my doctor when I get there so we can heal me from the inside out, if that makes sense, instead of throwing medication at me or something. Favorite place to be in your house and why? So I feel like a lot of people are gonna know what they think I'm gonna say. But I have to say my favorite place to be is literally at my desk. And that doesn't mean like I enjoy working, because I literally will sit there if I don't even have any work to do. But I just like being in there. It's my solitude. I just like, I don't know, I can't explain it, but I just like being at my desk. I know that sounds really like girl workaholic like, but I don't actually always do work when I'm in there. Clearly I haven't posted a video in weeks, so I'm not obviously always working, but I love being at my desk because it makes me feel, kind of makes me feel productive. When I'm on my computer, I'm actually answering emails and sealing deals, okay, and doing things that are going to, you know, elevate me in the future. So that's kind of why I enjoy being on my computer, because number one, I am a computer geek. I used to be in a computer academy when I was in high school, and I wanted to get into IT. I wanted to go to MIT. I wanted to be in the computer world, but clearly that didn't happen. I am completely in a different lane, and I love it here too. You know, I love it here, and I have considered going back that route, you know, just cause it's a good field to be in. When I was in school, I actually really enjoyed everything about it. It was literally what I planned to do, and then my life just went in a whole completely different direction, and that's okay. So if I decide to go back to school for that, I definitely will. So just so y'all know, any questions about fashion, putting outfits together, styling, all of that, that is coming soon. So I'm not going to answer any of those type of questions in this video. I think I already said this, but I keep getting those questions, so that's why I'm saying it. I'm not going to answer any of those in this video because y'all will see, okay? How was the transition from the military to full-time YouTube? It was smooth. It was easy because I was already doing YouTube, and that was my intent, to get out and do YouTube. So it was really easy for me, like super easy. Like I said, I was making more money doing YouTube than I was in the military. So there was no like downfall. There was no nothing. It just went up from the moment I got out. Basically, it was super easy for me. For me, all right? How do you continue to be self-confident in today's society, especially on social media? So I'm not 100% confident. I wouldn't say that, but I also don't look at other people and compare them to me. I can definitely say that has been my strong suit when it comes to my looks. I don't really, like, what can you do? Like, there's nothing you could do about it. Like, you have the face that you have the body that you have. Yes, you can get plastic surgery, and I have nothing against that. I love it. Do what you want to do, but this is who you are, right? So you sitting here comparing yourself to someone that looks nothing like you, let's just say that, because we are all unique and beautiful in our own ways. What is that going to do? You're not going to wake up the next morning and magically have a new face. You know, you're not going to look like that person. So I know it's easier said than done, and I'm not sitting up here saying that, you know, just love your damn self, but that's really what it is. You have to look at yourself in the mirror and say that you're beautiful. You have to constantly remind yourself who you are, okay? Because there are times where I sit around the house and I look busted for weeks at a time because I really don't have a reason to get up and get dressed or anything like that. But then I remember how I feel when I look good, and that motivates me to want to look good. And I don't need to look like this person or that person in order to look good, because I know I look good regardless. If I'm sitting around the house in a bonnet, some sweatpants, and a ripped shirt, or if I'm looking like this, you know, I just know for a fact that my husband finds me beautiful. So really, I don't give a what nobody else got to say about how I look. And even when it comes to that, I'm not sitting around expecting my husband to call me beautiful at every moment of the day, because I don't need anyone to tell me that. I can tell myself that. I can look in the mirror and say, girl, you got a pimple in the middle of your forehead, you got a scratch across your face, your hair is looking crazy, your shirt's ripped. But let's be real, when it's time for me to step, I'm stepping. So you just have to tell yourself that. Even if you don't believe it, if you keep saying it, eventually you will believe it. And that's all it takes, is for you to constantly tell yourself. You don't need anyone else to tell you that. I love a good compliment, but I don't let that get to my head. Obviously, I'm on social media. Literally, I am told that I'm pretty like 50 times a day. Never will I ever let that get to my head, because it's all about how you feel about yourself. Someone could literally be told that they are pretty 100 times a day and still not believe it, still not feel like they are, because it's something that they have to believe. My point is, you don't need to get outside validation from others in order to feel good about yourself. Tell yourself, okay? Talk to yourself, because you're all you got at the end of the day, and that's who you need to get approval from, right? Tell yourself you're beautiful. Tell yourself you look good, even when you don't, or even when you don't. If you're not glammed up or dressed up and you're just sitting around the house chilling, you still look good, okay? Workout routine or diet. So as flattering as it is for people to constantly ask me about what I do and stuff because they say I look good, whatever you want to call it, I don't do anything. I literally have not worked out since 2020. Crazy, I know, to even say that out loud. I have not worked out since 2020. I attempted to and it didn't go too well. Literally, I just stopped. I did like a few days and that was it. I worked out maybe 3 times in 2021 and that was it. And I didn't eat like I was supposed to either. So I am not the person you want to come to for any type of fitness diet advice. I am getting on that currently. I will be starting a program next week. I found this girl on Instagram like months and months and months ago. Literally the middle of last year when I started working out, I was doing one of her programs and it was fire. But I just didn't finish it because I ended up moving and life happened. I'm going to be starting one of her programs next week and I'm going to be basically getting my life back on track. I don't know when you guys are going to be seeing this video. It is January 18th. So I'll be starting this program on Monday, next Monday. And I do plan to kind of document my experience and what I've been eating and stuff like that because I'm trying to get back on my ish, okay? I know what my body can look like and I know how I can feel at a certain point where I'm working out and I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, I'm eating what I'm supposed to be eating. I know how that feels and I want to get back to that because I'm so far from it. So I will let you guys know what I do and when I do it and my results and all that when that time comes, but I have not done anything in over a year. So yeah. Someone says, how do you stay consistent and motivated? Okay, so recently, as I said in a vlog, like a couple vlogs ago, I do not currently, in general now, I realize that I no longer need or want to look for outside sources of motivation because it doesn't work. It does not work. You could look at a person all day and say, oh my gosh, motivation, goals, I want to look like that, blah, 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 blah. But you have to put in the work to look like that. So you constantly saying, taking pictures, screenshotting people as motivation, okay, that does absolutely nothing because you're not doing anything about it, you know? So you have to find that motivation within yourself. And what I've learned is to stop doing things for vanity because it usually doesn't work. Like, yes, I want to look like this, but I don't want to do all the work that it takes to get to look like this, you know? So you have to change your mindset to kind of trick your brain a little bit. So instead of me saying that I want to look like this or I want to have abs or I want a perky full round butt, like whatever that is, instead of saying those things, you have to really flip it a little bit. So instead of doing it for vanity purposes, and just wanting to look a certain way, you have to think of it as, I just want to be healthy. I want to be happy. I want to live a long, happy life. I want to feel good. I want to glow from within. Like, you have to want to do it for the right reasons, if you will. And I feel like you'll be more successful that way if you're working towards that instead of how you look, because you're going to be constantly worried about the scale. You're going to be looking in the mirror, trying to find every little ab cut you can find. And then you're going to get discouraged because you're not seeing results, and then you're going to quit. So you have to do it for different reasons. You have to do it just so you can be healthy and you can feel good. And I promise you, that is how you get the best of both worlds, because then you're going to stay on track, you're going to be motivated, and you're going to get what you want in the end, because you're going to keep going, you're going to be consistent. And then you'll end up with that body that you wanted in the first place, even though you're not doing it for that, if that makes sense. So I just stopped looking for outside motivation. I don't follow, like, I follow the one girl that I am doing her workout program next week, but I don't follow anyone that could possibly make me feel some type of way about my body or anything like that. Okay, so I don't want to answer like too many questions, but someone did say, how long did it take to grow on social media? Okay, so basically I started my Instagram back in 2015, not as an influencer, just as my personal Instagram where my family and friends follow me. And then in I want to say 2016, maybe 2015, I ended up posting a photo wearing Kai Majesty, I think that's what it's called, the blue metallic Kylie Jenner lipstick, whatever. And I just tagged them because I was just like, you know, that's what this is. and I went to sleep. I woke up the next morning and my Instagram was lit. I was like, what the heck is going on? Like, what happened? I'm confused. I don't know. I thought something, I got hacked. Like, I was like, I don't know what's going on. So I went to my page, and I wish I would have screenshot my Instagram over the years so I could see how far I've come and how long it's taken. But basically at that point, I was definitely under 10,000 for sure at that point. I wish I knew, but I know for a fact that I was under 10K. And by that, I was probably at like, maybe 6. I don't know. Honestly, I don't freaking know. But I posted that photo, went to sleep, woke up the next morning. My notifications were lit. It was just like constant. Like, it was just going. And that's because Kylie Cosmetics, I couldn't even say it, the Kylie Cosmetics makeup page reposted the photo. And I was like, oh crap. So I went to the photo, and at that point, I think it had like 80,000 likes or something like that, which was a lot. Okay, a lot of likes in like 2015. So that means 80,000 people seen that picture, and obviously they go directly to your page because she tagged me, and it was just a lot. Okay, it was a lot. At that point, I was already influencing. I just didn't know what it was, but I was posting like little outfit pics and my fashion and my styles and stuff like that, but it wasn't on no, you know, where I am today. But that's what kind of gave me a little bit of a push for real, because that took me over 10K for sure. And that was a lot. Like, it was a lot. I can't even explain it, but it was like insane. So after that, I was like, oh crap, like what the hell? So I was kind of torn at that point. I was like, should I do makeup content? Is this what I need to be doing? But no, I didn't. I didn't ever do makeup content. I literally would just post my fashions and go. But that is kind of what gave me a little bit of a push. I was already kind of doing what I was doing already, but that literally took me over 10K. And after that, it was like, it was up from there. My following had obviously grown tremendously. And I was like, well, I don't want people to come here expecting me to post like makeup content. I don't want them to think that this is a makeup page or anything like that. So I was very like, I gotta stay on my ish so that these people stick around, you know? So I started to take it a little bit more seriously, and that's kind of when I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do this. But at that point, I was not getting paid for anything. I was literally just posting the outfits that I would wear to the movies or to the grocery store or to go hang out with friends. Like, it wasn't anything like I do nowadays. But yeah, that is what started it. And like I said, that was back in 2015 or 16. I want to say 16. But yeah, that was the beginning of me like, oh shoot, like I should really, you know, try to build this up to something. And I've been doing it ever since. And I may not have been like 100% consistent through all those years, because that's when I was in the military and I technically didn't have a lot of time to do all this extra content and stuff like that. So my weekends were full of me working on YouTube and Instagram content, and my work weeks were just me working. And I was always working, because I was like, on the weekends, I don't want to hang out. There came a point where I literally wouldn't hang out with my friends because I wanted to record a YouTube video, or I wanted to take some pictures or something like that. So yeah, I just took it a little bit more serious after that. And I was like, you know what? We can do something with this. And since then, as you can see, now I'm at like 274. The growth has been a little slow lately, and that's something I'm just trying to figure out. The algorithm is trash on Instagram, and it's so annoying. It's so freaking annoying. So it's something you have to learn and figure out and kind of finesse, because nowadays it's so much more difficult to get and grow your following because of the algorithm. But I'm figuring it out. I've been watching a lot of videos, reading a lot of forums and articles and stuff, just so I can understand it a little bit better. And I'm kind of getting it, kind of not, but I will definitely share my knowledge at some point. For sure, this year, I want to be more informative on my channel. I know I show you guys clothes and stuff like that all the time, but I want to stick to fashion, but more of an informative. I know my hauls are informative, and a lot of people say they help them when they go shopping and stuff like that, but I want to do it a little bit differently. I want to inform you in different ways, and like more visuals, and showing you guys things and how I do this and how I do that. So that's what I'm focusing on this year. And I want to expand on that because I don't want to constantly give you guys a bunch of clothes and you're just like, okay, what do we do with these clothes, Brianna? Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. But I'm not gonna speak too much on that because, like I said, I wanna get it going in motion first, and then you guys will see, and I hope you guys love it. But I just wanted to kind of chit chat a little bit in this video. It wasn't really a point to this video. It's just more of a chatty video, you know? So yeah, I do have something that I want to speak on, and I didn't want to speak on it because I don't want no problems. But I feel like it's something that I need to speak on, and it is something that has been a thing for some years now. And by that I mean 2017, maybe actually it was 2016. Okay, so in 2016, I don't know what year it was, it'll be on the screen, but I posted a video. I was watching it yesterday. It's no longer on my channel, but if you have been around for a long time, you may have seen this video. And it was basically me talking about the comparisons that I get to De'Ara. Okay, so basically I am always getting tagged in TikToks and videos and posts comparing the two of us. And this is not something that has been, you know, recent. This has been something I've been dealing with since 2015 or 16, whichever year it was. I don't know, I don't remember. But yeah, so basically back then, when I got my first comparison, I was like, I didn't know who she was at the time because I wasn't really heavy on YouTube. And like I said, I was in the military. I didn't even have time to record videos all the time. So I definitely didn't have time to sit around and watch YouTube a lot. But I would get comments saying, you remind me of De'Ara. You kind of look like De'Ara. Your style is kind of similar to De'Ara. And I was just like, okay. So eventually one day I decided to look up who she was. And I saw that she had a channel with her ex, currently now. And yeah, so I was just like, oh, okay, well, I mean, I could see the similarities, I guess, or whatever, but she's pretty, it's flattering, you know, whatever. And then I left it at that. And then my life just went on and went on. And it starts to turn into this other thing, more of the tone of you're trying to be like her, you copied her, you do this like her, you do that like her. And it was just like, okay, I don't know where this came from, but no, this is what we're not going to do. So I did a video basically expressing my feelings on it. So yeah, basically I was kind of just like, whatever in the video, because I'm more so annoyed with people. I have nothing against her at all. Like literally, I've been following her since I found out who she was, and I was like, she's dope, she's pretty, you know, and I show love to this day on her content or her photos and stuff like that. So I don't have any issues with her at all. She doesn't even know I exist. Maybe she's seen me before on Instagram, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure she doesn't know that I exist, and that's fine. But the only thing that I am just here to say, because even on YouTube I get comments and in my DMs I get messages, and it's like, is it really that deep that you have to come to me personally in my messages and tell me who I'm trying to be? And that's absolutely not the case whatsoever. I have so much stuff going on in my life for me to be trying to imitate or recreate something somebody else has or does. Like, it literally is just so weird to me, and I don't like the whole comparison post. I despise them. I don't know why they exist. I mean, I know why they exist because people just like to start conversations and stuff like that, but I think that it is the stupidest thing in the world. Imagine those people who are making these comparison posts, this person or that person. Why do we need to pick between these two people? Why are we even comparing these two people? You know, it doesn't make sense to me. Imagine if that was you in that photo and someone else. You're gonna feel like, well, damn. Like, you go to the comments, for example, and you see that everyone's picking that person and not you. How does that make you feel? You know, I'm not saying I'm affected by it, because at this point I'm literally used to it. It doesn't faze me, but it is very annoying. It's something that I talked about at that one point in my life in 2015 or 16, whatever that was, and I haven't talked about it since. But it's been kind of resurfacing, and I'm just like, listen, y'all, everybody is inspired by someone. And when I say that, I even mean your faves. Rihanna is inspired by somebody, okay? So you can't expect someone who is in a higher position to be the creator of all things, you know? That was my biggest thing back in 2016 when I was getting comparisons. It was like, oh, will you wear your hair straight middle part? I'm like, okay. They're like, oh, will you wear brown lip liner and lip gloss? And I'm like y'all aren't saying anything that she created herself. Like, I'm confused. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. So my whole thing about this whole conversation is I love De'Ara. She's fire, okay? She is amazing. But everyone who's brown skinned that wears straight black hair, brown lip liner and lip gloss is not trying to be De'Ara. Like, can we just stop that, please? Because I'm just not here for it. It's okay to say you remind me of this person, or you kind of look like this person, or whatever the case may be. But when you are literally telling me that I'm trying to be another person, that's where you cross the line, because it absolutely makes no sense whatsoever at all. I would like to think that my style is completely different from De'Ara's. Some people may disagree, but I feel like it is. And we both have our own swag. And that's that. Just leave it at that. Like, why are we putting black women, especially, against each other for no reason? 2 plus 2 is not adding up to 4 in this one, because I don't understand. Like, I just don't get it. I will never understand it. I don't know. I don't know, you guys. Please, someone let me know down below, because I just want everybody to win. Anyone who is similar or does this or does that or whatever is trying to be like someone else. It's like, no, that's not the case at all. At all, you guys. I have worked really hard over the years to build my image and constantly elevate my style and try different things and try out different styles and all of that. Because a lot of the times with me being or doing what I do and dressing and putting outfits together and stuff like that, I get asked the question all the time, who is my style inspo? And y'all already know who I always say. But when I say that Rihanna is my style inspo, that does not mean I dress like Rihanna. It's clear. You guys can see that I do not dress like Rihanna. But she is the GOAT in my eyes, okay? So for me being inspired by someone doesn't mean that I'm gonna do what they do, you know? So pretty much what I'm trying to say is, when I say that I'm inspired by someone, that doesn't mean I have to do what they do verbatim. I don't dress like Rihanna at all. Like, not even close. And some people don't understand that when I say that she's my fashion inspo or she's my fashion icon or whatever you want to call it, because they're like, well, technically, if someone is your fashion inspo or icon, you have to have some type of similarities. And I don't see it that way, because I'm not Rihanna. I can't pull off things that Rihanna's pulling off, because she's who she is. She can just wear whatever the hell she wants. But personally, even though Rihanna looks amazing in everything that she wears, I would not wear some of the stuff that she would wear. That's not me saying that everything that she wears is something that I want in my closet ASAP. No pun intended. I don't know if I'm explaining this very well, but for me, when I'm inspired by someone, it doesn't mean that I'm doing what they're doing or even trying to do what they're doing. I'm just inspired by her hustle. I'm inspired by how she just does things so effortlessly. Does that make sense? I don't know. And I don't even know if this is going to be in the video, because I'm not trying to cause no problems, y'all. I'm really not. I'm just saying, like, damn, every brown skinned girl on the internet is not trying to be De'Ara. At least I'm not, okay? I promise you guys. I fuck with De'Ara. I do. But I'm not sitting around studying her and trying to literally become another one, because there's only one, and there's only one brownie. So that's all I'm trying to be. At this point, I'm literally trying to figure out who I am. So I don't have time to be anybody else. Simple. That's it. So please, if you ever see a post comparing the two of us, or whatever the case may be, do not tag me in it. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. All right, so with that being said, I'm going to get out of here because I need to eat. I love you guys so much. I'm getting stuffy. Am I the only person that gets like congested if I have like 2 sips of freaking alcohol? I get congested. What is that? Someone let me know. I googled it and it's just said that basically some people just get congested when they drink, but I don't get it. I don't understand. If you guys know anything technical about that, then let me know. But I'm gonna get out of here because I need to eat something and my day is winding down. It is 7:01. Tomorrow is a content day for me. I'm going to be taking 6 pictures I believe, tomorrow. So I gotta get out of here and prepare my mind, my body, and my spirit, okay, for tomorrow. And I love you guys so much. Give this video a huge thumbs up if you guys enjoy chatty style videos and just updates and stuff like that. Just me just sitting here blabbing off at the mouth. And I will see you all in my next one.